Hey y'all, put into the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me. I'm going to put if you can hear me. Put in the chat if you can hear me. I'm going to put can you hear me actually. What am I talking about? You should be able to hear me. But I need for somebody to get into the chat. Matter of fact, I could find out this way. What am I doing? And stuff. We going to find out right now. We going to find out right now. I don't want to hold up nobody's time. If you can't hear me. Come on, hurry up. Hold on, wait a minute. I'll go right here. If you can hear me, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button so that I know that you guys can hear me. Oh, you can hear me? Yes, okay. That's cool. Because sometimes I do it like this and you can't hear me at all. So that's why I asked. Thank you so much, sweeties. I be forgetting how I be setting it up and just doing it so the whole screen is showing. So there's a lot of cap going on, and let me just say this before we begin. Please, I can tell when people are not looking at the video, at least half of the video, when they get up here saying, "Oh, that's old photo. Oh, um this ain't true, this video." I've been doing the last couple of days debunking, providing receipts, also exposing that there are no receipts to provide because the person is lying, and they're doing this because Chrisean Rock has not been present, and they're pretty much telling you anything because they are thirsty, they want to get some content up, stay relevant themselves, and they're putting up anything. And when you get somebody who says things like, let's know the signs, I got a phone call, but they don't have to tell you the name, but they're using the phone call as a receipt to the allegations that they're putting on to the commentary video. That's not a receipt. And then when they try to rock you to sleep with, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you agree with me, that's not a receipt. There's no audio. You don't have to show the person that's talking. You can even distort the voice and make them sound different. You don't have to give away the person that told you the information that's in, for an example, Chrisean Rock's camp. But when you are a commentator channel and now you guys turn into investigators, you know how many people would be in jail if they use you guys for investigators. If you saw a picture of somebody's fingers or hands and you automatically, because it's been said either it was not either, it wasn't even either. I'm giving too much credit. It was said it was from one group, oh, it was Ksuave that Chrisean is messing back with, and they're at her house. Then it's Blueface. Now, I think Blueface is more likely what I would go with, but if I ain't got no receipts to present, I'm not getting up here telling you that Blueface is probably out and those are his fingers that are in that picture. In that photo. I'm not doing all that. Now we know that they talked about trying to get him on house arrest. I can't see Blueface wanting to go to Chrisean's house knowing that she has legal issues. Allegedly, she has these alleged warrants that she allegedly hasn't cleared up. Because if you're on house arrest, you don't want to be nowhere near no popo. You feel what I'm saying? Because that could violate, I'm just saying my opinion, that it could potentially violate your probation, any involvement with the law coming to a house with somebody that got active warrants. So sometimes we have to use our own common sense to make sense out of stuff that don't make no sense. So I'm debunking a lot of these videos from these messengers, and I can tell when you get up here and you make it seem like I'm putting this information out there where I'm trying to clear up the information to the community so that nobody's confused. I had one lady have a nerve to fix her mouth. She had about 9,000 subscribers. Y'all need to get talking about y'all. Y'all need to get some better, do better, or get some better content or something she was saying. I looked on this girl's page. She had just started posting videos from a year ago, so that gave me the sign that she tried a year ago YouTube, and she went hard in the paint. It didn't work out. She left for a year, came back, and maybe did videos for a couple of months just recently. You gonna leave a comment on my comment section of my videos, and you're failing on your own channel, and you're doing Chrisean and Blueface content yourself, and you're criticizing something over here in my house, goodbye. But see, people want to live in a lie because the lie can go on and on and on and on. People don't want to live in the truth because the truth ceases and desists everything. So there's a few videos you may not have seen. VNP. What does that stand for? Dion says whatever. Let me say hi to Lucky Girl. First one into the live. And Gloria. And how you doing? One of my members. Dion says whatever. How you doing, sweetie? Make sure y'all hit that like button. So there's a few videos I want to go recap. They're from today, so there ain't no recap from yesterday, okay? They're videos that you may have missed. And I know people like to recap videos the same day if they didn't catch them when they were premiered. So we're going to start with this one. Chrisean Rock's at house with Ksuave. I didn't say she was at the house with Ksuave. This is some of the bogus claims that are floating around. That's what I was saying. Okay. So let's get to it. Is in the investigation swarming around that Chrisean is back at her home. See how people are swarming around with rumors they don't hear from Chrisean so that they make up their own analysis on what the situation is. Investigation swarming around that Chrisean is back at her home. See how people are swarming around with rumors they don't hear from Chrisean so that they make up their own analysis on what the situation is, and then they present it to the public. Now this infamous picture that could have been an old picture of Chrisean that she posted a while ago, or she posted it, pay attention to the people in the back, pay attention, it's new. But just because we seen fingers in the picture holding a blunt, we want to assume that it's either K-Suave or Blueface being out, perhaps on house arrest. Because if he's out, that's the only way, in my opinion, because he had to serve a sentence until the summertime. And early release, I don't think is in the picture for him because he has other charges that he has to face when he gets out of the California jail. When he gets released out of there, he has to turn himself in and see what is going to happen with the case that he has in Nevada. It sounds to me like K Suave just released a new song, like a heartbreak, and it seems to be that he is referring, in my opinion, to Chrisean Rock. It was never serious. So I'm going to let you guys check it out and you decide for yourself.
First day I met you, I knew it wouldn't last. How you got so much dirt on my name, baby, that's the past. Try to do your best to keep up with me, I'm in a fast lane. I just put a spell all over her heart, she don't even feel pain.
I like that song. Where it stands with me is that we have. I like that song, but it's definitely and that's a receipt, right? It's definitely Chrisean because they show her on the ground with the popos. Okay, I'm acting silly right now. I'm gonna be really amped up the next couple of days. I don't want to tell you what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of days. I'm gonna at least give it at least 72 hours. No, I mean, I have the willpower, but I just got to get started. So today I'm treating myself tonight, and I'll be telling you in 72 hours what I'll be doing. But I'll be so amped up with energy, y'all gonna be like, she's tripping over there. But I don't care. I'm gonna have so much energy. But I like that song. But we all know that that song was for Chrisean Rock. He put that out yesterday. I guess this is the new single that K Suave made, but it sounds like a broken heart rap song. And it sounds like it's towards Chrisean Rock. And you see her on the ground. I showed like a fast clip of it because sometimes YouTube can get funny about, you putting up movement. You know what I'm saying? Like doing commentary to other videos, and then the algorithm might think, oh, something might be wrong, and then they mess with you. So I just did it like that. But I like that song. I like the beat and everything. But it's towards Christian Rock. But to play it safe, because I don't want no one to say, because people will get in the comment section and make up stuff that don't even exist. Like, you're lying because I talked to K Swab, knowing they ain't never talked to that man a day in their life, and he said it was a girl that he messed with that looked like Chrisean that was in the video. That wasn't Chrisean. That wasn't when she got arrested, when she stole Blueface's car and ran off and went and was selling them pharmaceuticals and got busted. You know what I'm saying? People, when they don't like you, they will make up anything in the comment section just to character assassinate you. I'm glad I'm not Chrisean Rock. I'm glad. Well, I wouldn't mind having the money she got, but I'm just glad I'm not in social media where I have to be present. I feel like being a commentator, you doing this kind of work, you ain't got to be in the front and the center. You ain't got to be in front of the big screen because nobody really wants to see you at the end of the day. They want to see who you're reporting on. And like, why would you want to have to look at me when we're talking about Chrisean Rock and Suave? You feel what I'm saying? He's been put that out. I like it too. Okay, I thought it was new, but because I don't listen to these kids. Come on now, I'm pushing 50. But yeah, I like it. The first time I heard it, so it was new to me. But yeah, I like it, and I believe that it's a song because of what Chrisean did. But now everybody's saying that he's at the house with Chrisean, and they're back together, and those are his fingers in the picture. That picture could have been from 4 years ago. I mean, well, we know it ain't from 4 years ago. That's the new house she lives in. But that could have been when she first moved in that house and put a caption to it, and she knew it was gonna rock y'all to sleep. She's capping like you be capping on her, so the joke's on you. Have to wait until Chrisean announces what is going on currently with Chrisean. We cannot go on a photo that could be an old photo. We cannot go on a finger or fingers or a hand that we see in the photo, and we can't run with the narrative that it's either K Suave or Blueface. We have to wait to further notice until one of these people involved in the conversation, K Suave, Blueface, or Chrisean Rock, they announced themselves the situation. Only thing that I know that was put out on social media recently, as of yesterday, was K Suave. It sounded, in my opinion, as a heartbreak video, aka rap song. And I think that he was referring, in my opinion, to Chrisean. It also looked as if it was Rashawn on the ground when the Popo were arresting her from the past, when she had allegedly stole Blueface's car and ran off and got caught with alleged narcotics and so forth. And they arrested her on the scene. And he put that in his music video. That's what it looks like from what I see, that was Chrisean on the ground. But until further notice, we can't keep running with the narrative Exactly. that they are back together, K Suave. We can't run with the narrative that she is at the house. Also, with, on the other hand, people are saying with Blueface at her house. We got to sometimes make common sense out of stuff that is not adding up. One being her going back to a house, and especially people on the side of saying that maybe Krishan is back with Blueface, which we all thought that Krishan was already back with Blueface and working things out. But we can't run with the narrative that Krishan is back at her house and Blueface is there at the house. Sometimes we have to do devil's advocate, and we also have to be great thinkers and say, well, okay, but why would Krishan take Blueface, or Blueface want to go to Krishan's house, knowing that if he is in fact out, he's probably, in my opinion, most likely out on house arrest. And I don't think that they would let him be at Krishan's house. I don't think he would allow himself to be at Krishan's house because he doesn't want to associate himself with any type of police activity that might come to that house
Exactly.
in regards to allegations of warrants that Krishan may have had from the past or the present time, because it could, I'm not sure, I'm just giving you my thoughts, my opinion. It could jeopardize his probation. It might affect it. So I don't think that if Krishan and Blueface are actively together in the flesh and Blueface is out, and I would think it would be on house arrest, not early release from California jail, they would not probably choose Krishan's house to go to right now. And I just want to say in her defense, she's laying low key, and that is okay. Things over her head, in my opinion, a lot of things that she has to deal with. And I just feel like people capping on
Capping
social media.
hard.
She is a human. Also, beside the social media influencer that makes her bag online, but to get on to social media and hear people capping and making up misinformation on commentary videos can be very discouraging, because she's already going through enough now, and it just adds fuel to the fire, also adds frustration, I'm quite sure, because it's not accurate information. And if this information does come available, you guys can provide me through my DM on IG this information, and I will do my due diligence, and I will definitely let you know if it in fact checks out or not. But we're not going to run with the narrative on this channel that because we see photos and hands and fingers that these are alleged Blueface or
Ooh, child.
K Swab. We're not going to make things up that don't exist. We're not going to guess, and we're not going to get social media and the algorithm into a frenzy, because I get it. We're trying to keep Krishan relevant, and that's a good thing. And she's trying to keep herself relevant too. I'm going to say again, I feel as though she was capping. I really feel as though she was capping in this
If
video,
that's what she was
had us
trying to
all
do.
going, and I could be not telling what it is. It might not be capping, but sometimes social media influencers put up older pictures. I don't know if they do it to reminisce or just to put them up to send out a message without verbally saying something. And I think that Chrisean Rock is doing a smart thing with all of what's over her head, not to pretty much go live on her main channel. She's been doing a lot of stuff on Snapchat because people don't follow her there, and she doesn't have to probably worry about.
And I think also too, another game people are trying to run, the messengers that are reporting this information. I want you guys to peep this. A lot of people don't follow her on Snapchat. So what I did, which I don't know how to work it all that well, but I do have common sense to know that when I did find her page on Snapchat, all her Snapchats are old, and even some of the stories that she puts in her Snapchat, they're old interviews and stuff like that. So where are people getting when they're telling these allegations, they make sure they some people will throw in, yeah, she's been frequently on Snapchat, and she's giving out this vibe that she's starting to see that, all that foolishness. Oh, that Blueface is using her and she's gonna go back to jail. I'd be like, stop lying. That Instagram, I mean, that Snapchat is not even up to date. There's like maybe a few things that she put on there, went live on.
and they're the same things you can see on Instagram. And some of those and some of her Instagram posts, she deletes them. Some are, well, just about all her lives she be deleting. She don't save them like say Carlissa saves some of her live streams. Blueface's mother, for an example, she keeps some of them up. Some people keep all their live streams up. So it's like, what? Like, come on with all that lying. They're doing that because they're like, what is the chances that these people are gonna go over to Snapchat? There's nothing even appealing. You feel what I'm saying? Crazy three eyed. It's nothing even appealing about Snapchat. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right, but Instagram and Facebook is or Big God because if you want to see crazy cuckoo birds, but ain't nobody going on no Snapchat looking for no stuff on there for Chrisean. I don't even think she can even get a bag off of there. She's doing that if she is just to do a getaway from the drama when she goes on Snapchat. People are using that for receipts. When you hear people say anything about, oh, I found this on Snap. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When I do daily updates of looking on Snapchat, I'm going to make sure whatever I update you with that she may have said, Chrisean, Blueface, whoever, Bonnie Lachey, I'm gonna make sure it's up to date as possible. In case it's something that I have not heard said within the last couple of months or reported on, maybe that's different. But I'm not gonna use no. I've been floating through Snapchat and what I've been hearing from Chrisean on Snap, and you ain't even putting the Snap chat clips or anything on there to even confirm or deny that. Come on now, keep it real with yourself. All of the rumors that are swarming around, what's going on in her current life, try to debunk or make up mass confusion. So she stays on, other platforms and she makes appearances there and she keeps it moving. But again, until further notice of Chrisean Rock or Blueface or Suave, he has a right because his name has been asserted into these allegations. She has the right to do what she does and not have to explain herself to anyone why she's doing what she's doing. And if she wants to announce her situation or her relations with K Suave, I need y'all to put a Y in the chat when we start this new one. But yeah, people need to stop the lying. Stop the lying. If Chrisean is taking a break, you take a break. Or get some other commentary to talk about. Don't start making lies up on people. There's plenty of stuff if people are not being lazy. I'm gonna need Natasha, thank you. I'm gonna need you to let me know if when this video starts, if you can hear me once I put it on mute. When I mute myself, put a Y in the chat, okay? But anyways, I haven't started the video yet. But let me tell you something. There is plenty of stuff to research, and you can find stuff when they're not active. There are other people working the set, and they're all in the same circle. So, thank you, Natasha. Um, but you don't make up no storyline that don't exist. It's already enough confusion in the circus, and we don't need to add to this foolishness. Seriously. Like, get your mind right. We got to stop doing this. And I'm gonna start blocking people that get in my chat, and I clearly know that you have not watched the video, and you're saying this is old, this is not correct, all this other stuff. No, you get up there, and I could tell by your comment that you haven't watched the video, and you're trying to start a forest fire in my comment section. I will block you. I don't have time for it. Any type of trolling or trying to get off the topic of what the video's about, saying foolishness, you're getting off my comment section of my video. The world is too big for me to think shallow that if I block somebody that I know is causing problems on my channel, that nobody will watch my videos. No, the world's too big. Every day somebody discovers this channel and other channels that they like this kind of content, and they're gonna vibe with me. I want a community that's laid back, not messy. That ooh, I just bit my tongue. Not messy. I'm probably saying well, I was probably gonna say something I had no business saying. Not messy, and we can come over here and enjoy ourselves like grown adults. I don't have time for that. Find those channels that are messy channel holders. Go over there, spark up a frenzy over there because they look at it like if you start drama over there, it'll bring more followers. I want mine to come organically. I don't want to have following because oh, SL Davis's channel is messy, and stop name dropping these people that you think that I'm referring to. Because yeah, you got one of the names right the first couple of days that I've been debunking and showing to you guys that these are clickbait videos, but there are other channel holders that are piggybacking off of each other, and they're also doing the false and fake news. So peep game. So here goes. One. So we're back here again, yet again. So there are allegations swarming around social media that allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly, Blueface is out of jail. But also reports from the messenger has also stated that the dockets state that he has not been released yet. However, that doesn't hold any weight. I will say, playing devil's advocate, it might not be updated. Also, he might be still in custody, but he could be on house arrest because that was talked about. But this whole swarming of rumors and Blueface being out of jail and back with Chrisean Rock and back at Chrisean Rock's home. And don't be surprised if you see another video, which you will, of this same infamous picture of this home of Chrisean Rock. Um, but this all started from the infamous picture with fingers or hand or whatever you want to call it, holding the blunt, and allegations are swarming that that is Blueface's fingers holding the blunt inside of the picture, saying "We woke up, amen." It's funny to me how now we become investigators. We did not formally hear from Blueface's mouth, not that I know of Parlissa's mouth or Chrisean Rock's mouth, that Blueface is in fact out and that they are back together, which why would even they say back together? Because allegedly they were working on the relationship and they were back together. This is why initially Chrisean Rock moved back into where Blueface was staying at. Now, first and foremost, Chrisean could be doing some cap. And the reason why I say that is because people be capping on her. She has not been relevant on social media for some time now, especially after the lawsuit. I think, in my opinion, she kind of laid low. Now, she has been doing some appearances on her Snapchat because a lot of her following don't follow her on there. And I think sometimes we grab information from there too because it's not on IG and available to the public to make assumptions on what's going on behind the scenes with Chrisean Rock or with Blueface and the relationship and where Blueface is currently going to move to when he gets out of jail, or if he in fact is out of jail and might be, in my opinion, could be on house arrest. It's a whole triangle of he say, she say, but what is the truth? There's your side, my side, and the truth. Is in fact Blueface out of jail, and is in fact Chrisean Rock back at the house with Blueface. Now, it wouldn't make any sense to me why Chrisean Rock would post this picture, because if she allegedly has these warrants, they would look, the police, the first place they would look would be at her home. And why would Blueface, if he is in fact out of jail and perhaps on house arrest, still serving out the rest of his time in California, why would he want to get released to Chrisean Rock's house and have anything to do with police knowing that it could be a violation of his probation, them even coming to the house. You just never know. You don't trust when Popo come to the house, when they are trying to get what they're looking for and they're having a tough time, like in this case, catching Chrisean Rock, if in fact she allegedly still has these warrants or even had these warrants in the first place, they can put pressure on people like Blueface, for an example, who have things held over their head in order to get to Chrisean Rock, especially if they were hiding her in the house. We just have to let it play out, allow time for these participants that we're speaking about to come forth if they would like to. It's not mandatory that they let us know, even if in fact any of what is being said is the truth. They have to be the ones to announce this, and we can't act like we're commentators. Now we turn into investigators because this wouldn't be good investigating work. And think of all the people in the world that would be sitting in jail right now if we went on these kind of investigations. This is why these videos recently and going forward are going to be presented, because we have to fact check, do our due diligence, and get the receipts on what is real and what is fake. Now, what if this is an old caption, an old picture that Chrisean Rock put up? She has not been actively putting up too much on her IG story. I think Bonnie Lachey has her beat right now. And we can't say that this is an up-to-date picture just because it says the hours of when it was uploaded on her IG story. We still don't know if this is an old or a new picture. First and foremost, we know that this is clearly where Chrisean was living at. Why are we here? Why are we here doing commentary on a picture? People really seen this picture and really started making allegations that she was back with Blueface. Well, she's, supposed to be reconciling with Blueface. So, but I'm saying that Blueface is out of jail. You had people on video saying that they looked up that his release date is still, I think it's July 2nd or something in the summertime, whatever, June, July, whatever. And he has not been released out of custody. It's like you look at a picture in somebody's fingers and you do a whole commentary video around this. Where do they do? I mean, are the messengers, let's call them messengers, are the messengers becoming trolls too? Is it rubbing off? Are the trolls rubbing off on the messengers, people that are responsible to provide this content to the platform? Blueface was home, we would have heard it from some. Exactly. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's why we got to use common sense. People ain't using common sense. It says, and to tell you the truth, K Suave is not messing with her. I think she hurt his feelings, and that's what the song. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Natasha. That's why I played it in the other video, because that video you could also see he showed the clip where she was getting arrested and they had her in handcuffs on the ground. That video was about Chrisean. People just want to live in a lie because the lie goes on and on and on and on and on and on. K Suave cooked Valentine's Day dinner for his girlfriend, and it's not Chrisean. You feel me, Natasha? It's crazy, man. People that lost their whole mind. The new home that she was living at. But we don't know if she is playing games with social media or maybe not. She just put the picture up. Maybe she did take that picture and it's a recent picture and she's at the home. She happened to take a picture. Maybe somebody else that was at the house that came there with her she liked the picture and she put a caption to it. We woke up, amen, and she posted it. A lot of times social media influencers, they put up old pictures. I don't know if it's for reminiscing purposes, to send out a clue, or to get the social media circuit the way it is right now with the allegations swarming to keep themselves relevant, because we all know, and this is factual, that she's under the orders of what Blueface is asking for her to do, and he's making it seem like it's out for her best interest that she listens to what he is telling her. So she can't do a lot of the things that she could do when he was free.
and all of this stuff wasn't happening. There's a smear campaign going on with Chrisean Rock right now. So she's laying low, but at the same time, I'm quite sure there are things that were ordered for her to do in the background so that she could still be relevant and nobody would stop following her and she'll be a thing of the past. And this could be one of the ways that she's doing it by her IG story and not opening her mouth doing lives too much because like they always say, not trying to say she's being prosecuted, but what you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. That's how I'm looking at it. So, what she's saying out of her mouth in these lives could incriminate her or it could get her in a ton of trouble because we know how she lost her cool not so long ago and turned into all of a sudden this colorist, right? So we have to be mindful of Chrisean Rock's situation, the relationship she has with Blueface, and we also have to have compassion that she is a human and she has the right to her own privacy and she has the right to share what she wants to share. And when she's good and ready to share whether or not she's back with Blueface or what have you, that is when that will become available. But until that time comes, you will not hear me confirm or deny if these allegations are true or false. In my opinion, it's a little bit of cap going on, and it looks like it's coming from Krishan's Rock's end. And would you blame her? People are capping on
Yep,
her
they're
every single
capping on her
day,
every day.
making up stories, and I really believe, in my opinion, they don't exist, or it's half of the truth mixed with a little spice, to spice things up. And that's what we do today with commentary. You just don't
I
know
have a
where to
question. Do you
rely
think the
on
Valentine's
the
pic that
source
Jaden
of
did
what's going on with your
with this
favorite social media
Buki? I think it's Buki, not
influencers that you
Natasha.
follow. But we have to use discernment, and we also have to protect our eyes and our ears, and we have to also take the time out, take the action.
That's funny you brought that up too, because that was another thing these people started up. That's another thing they started up. They were sitting up there making it seem like they were referring to Blueface with that. I said, come on, y'all need to stop the madness. I'm talking about this is crazy. Now you see Jaidyn Alexis putting up something for Valentine's Day, and everything she was saying was gesturing towards Blueface. And guess what? This part two, um the Chrisean Rock is hurt. Jaidyn and Blueface never broke up. Part two. That's how easy this was for the messenger to use this receipt to where they even conjured up the conversation and shared it with the internet that Jaidyn and Blueface never broke up. They piggyback off another messenger. When I say messenger, I'm talking about content creator. Okay. But we're going to call them messengers. Okay. And don't stop name dropping because we're not a messy channel holder. Who cares? Let them do their thing. Still subscribe to their channel. If you know how they get down, you know how they get down. Don't harass anybody. Don't unfollow anybody. And well, unless you want to. I'm just saying, but don't. I'm not trying to mess nobody's bag up. I'm not a messy channel holder. I'm just debunking a lot of stuff that I know that is flying on YouTube, and it's a bunch of lies, and we can't be doing that up here. Now the messenger that piggybacked off of this, they were being so lazy with the short commentary videos that they do. What they did was they piggybacked off of another channel holder who did have the receipts. All of this allegations came from Carlissa's mouth in a live she did, and the person that they piggybacked off of, they had the receipts where they thought that was where they felt like Chrisean Rock and Blueface never broke up because Carlissa was running it. You know how she run all the business stuff she ain't even supposed to be talking about. And that's where they got the whole commentary video around to share with the public. Okay, I get that. But why didn't the person that piggybacked off of this story, why didn't they add What I'm about to let you guys listen to, which is Carlissa saying he ain't leaving Jaidyn. As soon as he gets out, he gonna be right back with Jaidyn, basically trying to say that the side chick, as in Chrisean Rock, she gonna get played. He gonna do her the same way he does it all the time. He going back to Jaidyn. He ain't leaving Jaidyn alone. Okay, this is where the whole frenzy started, from what Carlissa said, and the channel holder that did this video. And I respectfully speaking, I can respect that channel holder, because at least she has a motive. They have a motive for why they had these speculations. There's still speculations. Because Blueface don't tell all his business to his mother, because she got loose lips and they sink ships. You feel what I'm saying? But listen up. So this is part 2. To me, debunking that the person that piggybacked off of this person who did have the receipts, they delivered the information to their audience, no receipts. Couple of minutes they were talking. They knew that, the title, the thumbnail, all that was going to get the people into the video. And then they want you to leave a comment down below, because the comments are going to bring in engagement, which brings in more views. It's all game. It's not even about the commentary. The commentary is getting disrespected. People are disrespecting the game with this commentary. So listen up to where this allegation of Jaidyn and Blueface not breaking up and Chrisean Rock is allegedly hurt. That's the only part that I thought was real bogus. We never heard out of Chrisean's mouth recently that she's hurt because she found out that Chrisean Rock and Blueface, that Jaidyn, Alexis, and Blueface broke up. So I don't know where they got that last part from.
Be up over there with her, and we already know how this gonna go. Okay, we already know how this gonna go. Now he know where he gonna go first. He gonna be right up over there, up under Jaidyn and girlfriend, annoying out of them, asking the dumbest questions. What kind of questions?
Exactly, Natasha.
How many times?
Hey, Cyrus. Yep.
This is not good, but we gonna pray. We gonna pray that he get out of there and he have a dream like Martin Luther King. And we still 100 miles away. You want me to 100 miles?
She's a flip-flopper.
No, we probably ain't gonna like it, because we want to see us again. I know what you.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna start it back over. By an accident, I had hit the wrong thing. My fault. Let's start it back over. My bag.
Up over there with her, and we already know how this gonna go. Okay, we already know how this gonna go. Now he know where he gonna go first. He gonna be right up over there.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, please, and share the video.
Out of them.
Thank you.
Asking the dumbest questions. What kind of questions he gonna ask? How many times? This is not good, but we gonna pray. We gonna pray that he get out of there and he have a dream like Martin Luther King. And we still 100 miles away. You want me to 100 miles? No, we probably ain't gonna like it, because we want to see us again. I know what you're thinking. I've been there. We all been there. We all been the side girl that want to see the side girl win, even though we know it's wrong. We just can't help ourselves. We all been there. He going over there to
He's
watch,
with both
honey.
of them.
He gonna talk about he gonna be over there watching Javon. He gonna be over there watching Jaidyn with her new girlfriend. Honey, child, when I tell you.
Hey guys, back with another one. I will be going live today at 7 p.m. Yeah, she stirs up a lot of stuff. She really does. She stirs up a lot of stuff purposely, and it's so she could eat. Because the mother's eating off of all this stuff. So the stuff that she thinks is silly, the stuff Carlissa does that they try to keep from the public. They know the game because this is their era. Social media is all for the youth um that came after us. Carlissa don't. She's old school. So she thinks, oh, that's silly. I'm gonna get up on here and I'm gonna tell them what you ain't telling them so I can get a bag. So I can get a show. So I can get this. Money hungry, exactly. So she don't care. That's why I stop downplaying Carlissa and Bonnie Lachey. She's another one. When you're thirsty, you're gonna give out the information that is supposed to be kept in the circus. Not everything's supposed to be exposed. But those two entities expose all of it. Mixed in with lies sometimes, but we have common sense to know when they're going overboard with it. But y'all better peep game on Bonnie Lachey and Chrisean Rock. When you want to get some information, let them get mad or let them feel like things are not going as planned as fast as they would like. They'll tell you everything. I'm trying to tell you.
Eastern Standard Time. I wanted to do a part two of Jaidyn and Blueface never broke up and that Chrisean is hurt. Like I said, Chrisean has not really been active on social media. She hasn't really been expressing too much or too often about the situation with her and Blueface. Allegedly, there are rumors going around that Blueface is out and he is with Chrisean. Then there's allegations that he's out and he's with Jaidyn Alexis. Then there's allegations that are out that Chrisean Rock went back to her house and she's with K Suave. This is when it gets confusing because people start to watch that are the messengers, all the grand delusions, and then they start to say, who's gonna pay attention to what the truth is? So I did my due diligence, and upon my due diligence, I found the two messengers that came up with this assumption on why
She needs to,
Chrisean Rock is
Natasha.
hurt because she's allegedly finding out now that Blueface and Jaidyn never broke up. And it's implying to that they're still together. And even if Blueface is not free yet or on some sort of house arrest or whatever have you, that they're back together. We don't know whether or not those statements or allegations are true. Now, the source that started this frenzy, and she's been known to do it, is Carlissa, Blueface's mother. You can't knock a mother love for their child. It seems more like a relationship of a boyfriend and girlfriend type of relationship, the way Carlissa is protective of Blueface. But we cannot tell a mother how to love their child. She had him for 9 months and she's
Even if
going
it's
to
not normal,
protect
we
him
still
for a
can't tell her.
lifetime. But when the two messengers delivered the message, one I think piggybacked off the other, but they left out the receipts of where the idea came into their head to share that to the public of why Jaidyn, and it should have been a video of, in their opinion, are back together because people would side in with the mother side as someone who knows Blueface personally and is around him, that she has seen this pattern of Jaidyn and Blueface breaking up, getting back together, other women in between their relationship, other side chicks like Chrisean is considered the side chick, and they always get back together. He never leaves her astray, and he definitely doesn't leave the two kids that he has from Jaidyn Alexis astray either. I get it. But Carlissa has been known, and I have no shade to throw on Carlissa. She's being a mother. Sometimes mothers say, and I'm a mother too, say things that are out of pocket, out of line. We kind of sort of should put like a cap on what we say, a limitation to what we say about our kids, because we don't know when they step out the door what they are up to, what they are capable of doing to other people. We only know them from what we perceive of them when they're around us. But Carlissa has been known to start a social media frenzy over saying things and people riding with that. Now, let me tell you something. I've been in relationships, for an example, myself, with men. and I may have said bad, horrible things about them when I was mad at them. And my mother saw the ups and the downs, us together, us broken up, and not we were apart, and we got back together. So my mother would do the same thing, maybe not to the magnitude as Carlissa, but if she was on social media and she chose to feel comfortable enough to get up here, because say I was a social media influencer
Exactly. That's what I'm
that was
saying too.
larger than life, I was a millionaire and everyone knew my name. Because of that, my mother would be talking like a mother as well as Carlissa, saying what she thinks, because that's only an opinion of what Carlissa thinks. She doesn't know the pillow talk between Chrisean Rock and Blueface. She doesn't know that he might be tired of the flip flopping. He might still be that Blueface we know, where he's gonna mess with other women and still deal with Jaidyn and Alexis. But I do feel that when he gets out, he's definitely going to be still dealing with Chrisean Rock. And as it stands, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing prior to Blueface going to jail, he was back with Chrisean Rock before he went to jail. And Jaidyn Alexis was with her Bookie. She was with her Bookie prior to a Blueface going to jail. They pretty much made their decisions. They were going to go their separate ways. Now, we don't know if it's a permanent decision. People can fall in and out of love and then realize that we need each other. I can't be one without you. Or it could be just a use the factor.
That's
But
right.
we can't run with the narrative like it's set in stone that, oh, Jaidyn and Blueface never broke up, because people are going to run with this storyline as well and take it to be the truth.
Yep.
And then you're going to put yourself in
That's
a
what I look.
situation where now you're confused without even knowing it, because that might not even be the truth. And then it's now up to Krishan, if she feels as though she wants to share the information, to clear it up, when she shouldn't have to clear it up, because if no one speaks something that doesn't exist into existence, then there wouldn't be anything to talk about. We can only sit back and watch this play out like we have year after year with this situation. It's pattern of behavior. I don't think anything has changed or is abnormal about what is going on. No one should be surprised of the twists and the turn plots that the love triangle relationship gurus are doing on social media. Jaidyn, Blueface, and Chrisean Rock. This has been going on for as long as these three have been, in the picture and part of the circus. Carlissa, if people want to take her receipts as in that is what they feel or what they took from it, then so be it. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And there has been times I have put on videos, receipts or things that have been said out of Carlissa's mouth, because she is known to repeat things that maybe Blueface perhaps didn't want her to repeat. And she repeated it, and that's how we would get the information of certain things. She was basically telling us without telling us subliminally that they were together in the month of December of last year, in the beginning of the new year, prior to Blueface going to jail, in my opinion. And I think that's how I started to get the clues that Krishan wasn't taking a break from social media. She was with Blueface and she didn't want the public to know it, or most importantly, her fans and her supporters, because she knew that she would get mad, they would get mad, and she would lose a lot of following. She lost following by her being called a colorist. So can you imagine a woman that gets up here, Krishan Rock, and she drags Blueface every single day, but now she's one happy family with them? I don't think that would have sat well with her supporters and her fans. And I think that it just wasn't the right time for her to let them know that she was trying to make it work back with Blueface. And it is what it is. But again, we have to wait until Krishan is comfortable enough to get back onto social media like she was on a consistent basis, and we have to wait for her to let us know a life update story of what's going on in her life, because we only see a glimpse of their life. The other 23 hours We don't know what happens behind closed doors. We can also take friends, families, associates, and we can get receipts from them. But there could be times that we don't even know that they could be mad at these entities and they could be making up these storylines. So sometimes it's just best, even if we're impatient and we want to hear it from the source, is to wait for the source to release the information. And sometimes when the source releases the information, they're not so forthcoming about the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And, that's still their prerogative. People are not obligated to tell you their whole life story. I have a saying that I always say, my mother said it to me: when you put people in your business, they stay in your business. And I think that they're starting to learn and they're young. So this is good, that if there's
Yeah, so I just feel like people are just like, oh my God, Blueface is in jail. Um, Jaidyn Alexa, she's lazy. She doesn't want to do content. She probably only does probably all the content she does do when Blueface is out. This is like a vacation to her right now. Bonnie Lachey is thirsty, but even with just Bonnie Lachey, doing the circus, it's just not enough. So people start to add stuff to get like the crowd amped back up, even when there's nothing to report. Now, don't get me wrong. I keep saying there is stuff that's happened in the background that they're doing because they're like trolls too. Chrisean Rock and Bonnie Lachey and Carlissa. So they're doing things, but you have to do your due diligence. You got to do a lot of searching to bump into things. It could be something, an old topic that that you haven't, like me as a commentator, I know that I have not heard no other channels really talking too much on it. So it's new to people, that a lot of people that is not gonna maybe never heard some of the stuff that you might pull up through the archives. But you got to present receipts and let people know if it's a walk down memory lane, when you got this information. So people are on board, of what you're doing and what you're saying. And nobody's running around here confused and beefing online with each other. And it's fake beefs because we're at each other's throat because people are frustrated because you get on a video and you think you're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Ain't nothing but a clickbait video, and it's crazy. And I laugh when people say mine's a clickbait videos because, honey, ain't no clickbait over here. You either gonna come to my channel, support me, or you're not. Life will go on. The world's too big for me to think shallow. So listen, I'm about to get up off here. My Chinese food just came. It's piping hot, which I'm surprised. Usually when you do delivery, the food do not be hot. And honey, I'm about to get this food in my system and get the itis, honey. So I'm gonna get off here. I'll be on here tomorrow. You already know how we do. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Making sure the notification bell is on with the option all. So when I go live or do any updated videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure you share these videos. And if you got a couple of coins that you want to spare, it's, I think, $3.99 for a membership, monthly membership, and you can hold the channel down that way too. But if not, honey, I still love you. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. And I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.